now the journey started here. We are on our way to Badagry. This is me and my friend, and our able pilot is here. As you can see, face the camera, pilot. As you can see right now. So he is now on the bike moving. So stay tuned for the next video. Thank you. So this is me and my friend on our way to Badagry, trying to show you way to Badagry and the Badagry city. This is the main road to the Heritage Museum in Badagry. So my friend on the bike and I is trying to tell me this particular area we are now. So, but you know why I do the voiceover over it is because of the noise on the bike. So we didn't use microphone, no mic, no anything. So I'm just videoing it directly like that, raw. As we're moving on, I saw a tortoise, and I asked a friend, and my friend said this is a tortoise of a first fisherman in Badagry, Nigeria. So we have to make U-turn to see the tortoise very well. So I make the video of it very well from afar. So we make the U-turn on it. So I capture it very well. The first fisherman in Badagry, Nigeria. Badagry is an historical land. It's an historical city here in Nigeria. That is the Badagry city hall over there. So, and we embark on our journey. So this is Badagry Road. To this road leads. This is the road to their Heritage Museum. So by the roadside, you can see how people are like enjoying what I'm doing. That Okada man right there is like vibing to my video. So we proceed. Different tattoos on my way going. I was like, geez, this is an historical land. It's an historical city in Badagry. So we proceed. We moved on. People were like hailing, chanting, hey, hey, hey. You know, they were experiencing what I'm doing, as in they love what I'm doing. So yeah, we are almost getting to the museum junction. So we keep moving. Yeah, this is the right junction way to that museum. I greeted those women. Good afternoon, man. So they all greeted me well. So we were like moving on. My hands are a little shaking here. So and the bike man is really fasting on riding. So we were like meeting our road here, and my friend says no, that's not the first place we're going to. We are eventually going towards the where we'll visit the first story building in Badagry. So we have to divide and move to the museum immediately. So this is the museum. Yeah, entrance. So and look at that big tattoos of slavery gained freedom for themselves. Women and men tattoos there. So I have to stop the bike here. This is the museum, Heritage Museum in Badagry. So I drop on the bike with my friend. We were like, where is the tourist? Where is
Introduce
the
yourself
museum?
to the camera.
So as I was asking, this guy showed on to us as a
Museum guide, okay. Okay. So here is the reception. Okay.
So you are welcome to Badagry and you are welcome to Badagry Heritage Museum.
Okay.
So this building you are in now was built in the 1863. So
1862.
162 years now.
Wow.
The place is the district officer's office then, but it's later converted to museum in the 2002 by our former governor of Lagos State. The present president of Nigeria is Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the place was under the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Ikeja. So this is a map that shows the movement of Europeans from Europe to Africa. Europeans came to Africa with some items in exchange of slave. They came with gunpowder, mirror, packet of matches, bead, and umbrella. So the items were given to African leaders. The African leaders gave them slave in return. So they take the slave from Africa down to West Indies. The West Indies is between North America and South America. This is where slaves are going to work. They work and plant sugarcane, banana, cotton, and tobacco. So they harvest from this place and take it back to Europe. The goods were turned to finishing products. Sugarcane were turned to sugar, tobacco to cigarettes, cotton to textiles, and banana were turned to raw wine. So they bring it back to Africa to have more slaves. So because the slave walked through the Atlantic Ocean, so and the journey formed a triangular shape. So where you come across Atlantic triangular slave trade around the world. So here is a symbol used in campaign against slave trade in year 1807. So this is a slave kneel down begging the masters for freedom, and the slave is asking the first question that, am I not a man and a brother? For someone like him reduce him up to the level he is. Consider the shame the hands and the leg of the slave. The slave is begging for freedom. For freedom we are not given to the slave, they later kill the slave. But the slave, they don't have rights to go to their masters and beg for freedom. That's why they kill them. So Europeans, they divide West Africa into four major coasts. Each coast was named after what they discovered in each coast. The first coast was named Grape Coast. The second one, Ivory Coast. The third one, Gold Coast, and last coast was named Slave Coast. In Grape Coast, we have Sierra Leone and Senegal. Here they discovered the grape products like wheat, millet, and corn. So in Ivory Coast, it's Côte d'Ivoire. Because they have a lot of elements in Côte d'Ivoire, they named this coast Côte d'Ivoire. It talks on elements is known as ivory. So they will have the ivory from them, turn it to ceramic gold. So Gold Coast is Ghana because they have a lot of gold in Ghana. So they named the place Gold Coast. They will have the gold from them, turn it to jewelries, so and then take it back to them to have their people as a slave. Slave Coast is Badagry, Nigeria, and Republic of Benin in Quebec. So the reason why they named the coast Slave Coast, out of 100% slaves, Badagry and Nigeria and Republic of Benin provide at least 70%. And we have one of the kings, so in Republic of Benin, Agole Agbo is the name of the king. He sold out his people to have one umbrella. Europeans exchanged one umbrella with 40 slaves.
Very funny. He sold out his people to have just an umbrella.
An umbrella. So in 40 human being, 40 slaves in exchange of one umbrella. Let's see the white slaves.
Very funny.
So here are the white slaves. So we have the Greeks taking their females as a slave, and we have the Arabs taking their females as a slave. So they only sold out their females as a slave, and the reason this shows that slave trade is a global business. Not only blacks were sold to slavery, they also enslaved from other countries too. So after bargaining with their kings, they take the slave, the white slave, through the Trans-Sahara Desert, while the black ones were transported through the Atlantic Ocean. So this is the trade routes. So this is how the warriors, we black, are the ones that capture ourselves and sold to Europeans. Europeans didn't go to the hinterland. We are hinterland, Osun, Osogbo, Abeokuta, Ibadan, Oyo. So the warriors will go there to wage war, to capture people as a slave. Then they will trek them down to Badagry coastal area. So you can see the weak one will fall down. The masters will force them to stand. When the slave refuse, they will cut their head and bury their body. So you can see how they attach the babies with their parents.
Sufferness has begun right from the days of our forefathers.
So, the babies were given out as a bonus
To the slave contact.
So let's
Wow.
So here are the weapons used in slave raiding. So we have the iron sword and we have the dame gun. So each of the items in extent of 40 slaves. And at my left are the chapels. They have the neck chapel for male, for females, for baby, for two stubborn slaves, one leg for Mr. A, one leg for Mr. B. So for ankle lock for a slave, so for one slave, this is for one slave. So and this is what they call branding knife. So they use it to indicate the name of the buyers at the back for the slaves.
Wow.
So at times they force the slaves to cross their hands like this and pierce it out.
Really?
This is where they go through the branding process from 1 to 100 on a single file. So they will have to indicate the name of the buyers at the back. So they put the knife inside the fire. When the knife become red and hot, so they use it to indicate the name of buyer at the back for the females and at the chest for the males. So when the buyer is bearing William, they have to write Williams at the back for the slaves. So the slave, they bear their master's name. So separation of family. After capture the whole families together, they sold them out to different countries because of power of language. So this is artistic impression of a tortured slave at Badagry point of no return. So the slave refused to follow the cane to the ship. The master gets angry and beats him up to the level he is. Okay. We have the new captured one. This is how they move them down to coastal area. And this is the wood the African leaders are using before the Europeans introduced the neck chain. And the neck chain will be more heavy on their neck than the wood. We have expectation and sales of Negroes. So the black slaves are called Negroes. So they often them naked for the buyers to inspect each of their bodies in a market called Tanzania. So out of these people, they reject some. Rejected slaves are called Macron. Like these people, they don't look more healthy.
Yeah, they are not because they are not well fed.
So they reject them, but they don't allow them to come back to Africa. They kill them and use them to sacrifice the gods on their own home. They don't want them to come back to Africa and start telling people what their eyes are seeing. And here we have a market here in Badagry called Blekete Slave Market.
You say what?
Blekete Slave Market. The market was established in year 1502, where 300 slaves are being sold in the market in each market day. And the market day is for 5 days. So the way we used to go to market today to buy goods, that's how they used to come to this market day to buy.
To buy human being as a slave.
We have the mediums of estate. We have the bottle of whiskey. We have the cowries, the manila, tobacco pipe, and neck chain for the babies. They force their hands to the neck of the babies. They force the chains to the neck of the babies, and then they tie them on the tree so that they won't be able to disturb their feelings.
Thank you for carrying.
So we have the gang slaves. We have the gang slave. So this is how they march the slave down to a place called Barracoon at the point of no return. Barracoon is a slave store. It's a Portuguese language, meaning a slave store. They store the slaves till their ship arrive. So you can see even a pregnant woman is also among them. Anytime the woman gives birth to a child, it's a plus to the master's slave. So because of the heavy load they carry on their backs, the whiskey will fail down. The masters will ask them to stand. When the slave refuse, they will be headed. So you can see this one, they have already wings. So they march them down to this place.
Wow.
I hope you are enjoying it.
Very interesting.
We have the facilitators here, so the slave dealers. So we have Prince Eric the Navigator, we have Captain John Hawkins, and we have Felix de Souza. Felix de Souza dominated the business over 30 years. Later settled down in Ecuador in the Republic of Benin. Till today, families of Souza are still here. So we have one of them that died here in Badagry, and it was buried here in Badagry, just Remingo. And a city in England called Bristol City. A city that was built from West enslaved to Africa. They take them down to Europe and sold them to different masters. So this is how they place the advertisement of the slaves on paper. So to be sold and left by public auction. To be sold and left by public auction. To be sold a cargo of 94 prime healthy Negroes. So the black slaves are called Negroes. So slave auction, a family about to be auctioned. So this is how they auction the slaves. So they place a raffle draw for the highest bidder to go for that.
Really interesting.
Slave report. The slaves, they work for 18 hours and they eat and rest for 15 minutes. So this is a pause where they take their water. About 1 to 40 we round the pause. They will tie their hands at their back while the slave are meant to go down and suck the water like animal.
Yes,
Because
carry him, let him to see inside.
Because the object was so sharp, the object will injure them.
You injure their mouths.
Blood will flow inside the pot. They have no option. They have to take the water like that. Once they need see the water for the day, that's the end. So we have the cannon gun. The cannon gun in the stage of 100 slave. The small one in the stage of 40 slave. While the big one in the stage of 200. The big one in the stage of 200 slave. So they use this to wage war among two communities. So the winner will capture the losers as a slave. So we have the example, the replicas.
You haven't finished this, bro.
I've already finished it.
Okay.
So we have the example of the slave ship. The ship have two decks, the upper deck for the masters and the lower deck for the slaves. So the slaves, they stay here for 12 to 13 weeks before getting to their destination. At the same position, they urinate and defecate and they die every day.
Wow.
This is the loading pattern of the slaves on the lower deck of the ship. So let's quickly go to the upstairs.
Okay. So we are marching to the upstairs now.
Àwọn ilé ibi fídíò ti eléyìí.
Holding this upstairs at Badagry. Wow. Gun.
So this is a dog catching the runaway slave. So the dogs were trained to go after the slaves, and when they catch the slave, they go after their jugulars and remove their throats.
What the fuck?
So we have different punishments given to the slaves, depends on the slave's offense. So different punishments given to the slaves. So and here we have a woman called Margaret Ghana, a woman that care for children and about to kill herself, that she prefer to die with her children and than to live as a slave. Here they caution the colored people, and this way the slaves started revolting, fighting with their masters on the lower deck of the ship, taking destiny on their place. So advert for reward for anyone that catch a runaway slave will be given a real reward of $1,100 reward, $30 reward, and $100 reward.
Wow.
From here, talks about industry. We have two categories of slaves. We have the domestic slave and we have the plantation slaves. So the domestic one are the oldest one that cannot work in sugarcane plantation. They work in their master's house as domestic slaves. Some of them are being castrated.
Okay, nice.
But the males among them are being castrated for them not to have anything with their master's wife. So we have different plantations here. So we have the cotton plantation, we have the maize plantation, and we have the sugarcane plantation. But the slaves that work in sugarcane plantation are not allowed to take out of what they are planting. They also cover them. Masters allow them to take out of what they are planting so that they can have more.
So this is what they use to cover their mouths,
Yes.
for not to eat
Out of what
they've worked for. Jesus.
this one, the masters allow them to take and to work more. So all those ones, they are women that they rape, their masters rape.
Raped.
Yes. And they give birth to a child. So this one give birth to twins, one is black, the other one is white. But the babies are twins. Let's see.
Ọlọ́run, very strong.
No be 25 years.
And now,
No be 30
no,
years.
ilé ìwé ṣe tá.
No be 50 years.
So
Okay.
slave trade lasted for over 417 years. So some of them gained their freedom and they traced their roots. So we have Bishop Samuel Ajay Crowder. Ajay is also a slave that was captured at the tender age of 12 years. So Ajay gained his freedom and come back to Badagry and transmitted a great Bible to him about 1840. We have Darusha. Darusha is also a state that's covered in a lot of notes. So they are the one that built all these buildings, and the structure is called Brazilian architectural design. So they are years.
Wow. This is Brazilian architectural design in Badagry. Wow.
So we have those that fight for freedom. So women are the ones that fight for their freedom in the Republic of the Amazons of Cameroon. So we have a Nani woman called Nani. This woman is the founder of the country called Jamaica. And the third one is a woman that rescued 3 wrestlers through underground. That's what we say this one.
Begin this woman.
Yes. So Natona is a slave that fights with 10 slave master and kill all of them in the night. So we have to Santinubatu. John Brown is a mother. His mother is a slave and his father is a slave master, is a wife. So he's the one that gave the 5 armed weapons to fight for their freedom. So we have Thomas Jackson, we have Abisha, Olauda.
Are these people are freedom fighter?
Yes. So William River. For all the name I know, they are the
Freedom fighters to stop slave trade.
This is talks about Badagry.
Wow. Sátọ. Ìlú tó ga jù yẹn.
Zambeto masquerade is common among free Ogun people. Zambeto serve for 2 purposes: entertainment in the daytime and security at night. So Zambeto used to entertain people at night, security. So here in Badagry, we expect this in Nigeria police.
Wow.
And we have Sato. Sato is a spiritual god. It is used for amplification in Amazon.
So this is being beat in a
once
year.
in a year to wipe away the cause
Can I
of
touch you?
death in community. I can touch the replicas here now.
I can touch the egg too. I can't touch it too.
Don't touch it. So we have different site attraction here in Badagry. So we have the dance and we have the VFS public park, Popeyes man, military slave market, British canon, slave jetty, point of no return, first story building.
This is the point of no return.
This one, first story building.
District officers residence.
First story building in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
Different
Here is my friend that we came together for the visiting of the Badagry Museum.
Badagry people. We have mat weaving, basket weaving, we have coconut farming and selling, boat carving, fishing, and this is a street.
Okay, come this side.
We have
Okay, come this side so that we shoot.
so we have a street in Badagry here 1889 and Badagry 2019. Badagry before and Badagry now. Once
Okay.
again, we are welcome to Heritage Museum.
Thank you. This is Heritage Museum here in Badagry. This is the guide. This is the museum guide. Good job, my brother. You are able to see my name. I really appreciate you. Like all the explanation you've been, at least what you've been showing us since has been quite interesting. And here is my friend and his son. Let me see you. Come and shoot the camera. Okay, to support the museum, right? I will definitely drop. Sure. So here is the, what did you call the name of the Sato? So I really enjoy my stay here. Even it's a good experience. You need to visit this Badagry Heritage Museum. Is at least it's worth to watch. And once again, I'm still gonna come back here with my children, so for them to visit the Badagry Museum Heritage. So here is the view of